What's up, boys and girls of YouTube? I've been posting a bunch of clips to TikTok and shorts and everything else of Throne and Liberty. I'm running a Greatsword Dagger build, and people have been asking me for the build, so I'm gonna break down my 3 builds that I pretty much cycle between, and I do change abilities if something crazy is going on, or like if I just need a different ability, I will change it. Like, it's not set in stone. This isn't what you have to do. This isn't the best in the world, but I found a lot of success with this, so I figured I'd share it. I've seen similar builds, or almost I've seen a lot of these builds from other people, and I take them and use them and then tweak them in my own way. So shout outs to other people who've been making content for a while. If you don't know, I'm running Greatsword Dagger. I am a 3,500-ish gear score. I'm a little bit higher, depending on the skill set and everything that I'm sitting under. I'm a little over 3,500. Here's my gear. I have a Dentist. I'm running Darkslayer because I don't have Lucarius right now. Helm of the Field General. I have Field General 2-piece. I have Hit Gloves. I have Even Roar Greaves. I have Even Roar Sabatons. I don't know why I had to throw an accent on that. I've got Ancient Tapestry Mantle. I have Gladiator's Girdle, Class of the Conqueror, Bracers of the Primal King, Etched Alabaster, and Amber Dimensional. I don't have everything traded out. Yes, I have paid some money. This is my job, so it just makes sense to save more time and be a little bit stronger and all that stuff. It's just, you know, I can, if you don't spend money, good for you. I have a friend who's really not far behind me on gear score, doesn't spend any money. So these are my current stats. Down below will be linked to my build and my gear and what I use for different things and what my future gear is planned to be. I plan on running Shadow Harvester, Greaves, and Boots. I want to get to 60 perception. Yeah, I know you guys can't see the strength and stuff because it's covered up by me, but yeah, I'm at 57 strength, 30 dex, 50 perception. And this is, you know, the base, the beginning of, I don't know, feels like the beginning of the end, because I feel like I'm getting towards the end of what I really want right now. Only 2 more pieces of gear I really plan on changing, and a new belt. But anyway, back to the build. So this is my standard PvP. This is, I'm running around, I'm open world PvPing, I'm in an event, small scale PvP. If I'm doing 70v70 guild PvP, this is what I'm running, because there's less clumping and a lot more just kill that one person matters. Like, wiping that one person is what matters. I am running Cruel Smite, I am running Death Blow, I am running Guillotine Blade, I have Precision Dash, Stunning Blow, Frost Cleaving, which we'll talk about that stuff in a minute. Shadow Strike, Da Vinci's Courage, Charging Slash, Devastating Smash, Camouflage Cloak, and Brutal Incision. So your big main damage abilities, especially in the single target form, are your Cruel Smite, your Death Blow, your Guillotine Blade, and your Brutal Incision. Your core CC is your Stunning Blow, and then follow the Stunning Blow up with a Charging Slash, or your Devastating Smash, charging that up, or following that up with Charging Slash. This allows you to knock them down, to prone them essentially, and get bonus damage, so that's really valuable. Your full combo, or your one-shot combo, is very, very simple. You will find your target. More than likely you will dash to them one way or another. You do have 2 movement abilities. Actually, you really have 3 movement abilities with this setup. But you either have this dash, which is your dagger dash, or you have your sword dash, which is this one. And your goal is to stun them. So I would use my Stunning Blow. I would then Charging Slash them, which would prone them. I would charge up my Guillotine. That would hit. As you can see, I just hit for 20,000 on a character. Depending on their items, I hit anywhere from 5 to 10,000 pretty regularly, especially on geared players. I'm hitting like 7 to 8,000 with big hits, with heavy hits, with crits. And then you follow that up with whatever you need to finish that person. Most of the time, once you land the Guillotine Blade attack, they will be sitting anywhere from 50 to 20% health. If they're under that 50% mark and you want to try to finish them, you Brutal Incision. If you just want to try to full finish them with a combo, you can hit them with your Death Blow or your Cruel Smite into the Brutal Incision. Depends on what you want. So the Brutal Incision is increased crit hit chance if the by 600%, which is a lot, if the target's remaining health is at 50% or lower. So you want to mainly use the Brutal Incision after you do that chunk of damage, you put them below 50%. That's why I said you could follow up with your death blow, because they will still be stunned at this point. So your death blow is going to hit very, very, very hard. The damage is increased by 30% against bound, sleeping, shocked, or stunned targets. So if you can stun, knock them down, hit them with your guillotine blade, hit them with your death blow, and then brutal incision, they should be dead. You can see the numbers are very, very big. That is your straightforward kill one person combo. If they're living or there's just more people, you will then follow that combo up with your next CC train of combo. Usually, if you do hit them with a full combo, your abilities are all going to be on cooldown, right? You're not going to have a lot. So your goal is going to be CC. So you would jump to that next target with your devastating smash, or if you're still giving the same target, your devastating smash, which is going to stun them for 2 seconds. More CC, good. If there's a group, you will use your frost cleaving. Your frost cleaving will do a bunch of AoE. It's giving you attack speed, it's giving you crit hit chance. It's a really good ability to use. In reality, if you're trying to get big numbies, you want that big number, you would throw this in ahead of time of hitting your guillotine blade. But then I find it that you aren't as likely to hit your death blow and your brutal incision as easily, because when they come out of your stun combo, they're going to stun you and try to turn on you. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward. When you're running around, I use my Da Vinci's Courage for survival, or if I know I'm going into an all-in team fight, I would use it then. It gives you attack speed, it gives you health, it gives you health regen. It's very, very good. It's kind of like your you can't kill me ability, even though they can. Another thing you should look at getting is the Precious Purification Stone. The Precious Purification Stone breaks CC. It's very, very valuable. It's on a 2-minute cooldown. I use it all the time. A lot of the time you get CC trained so hard that it doesn't do anything, but the few times it does, you get to survive. It's nice. Ideally, my main way to engage on somebody, just for any type of team fight when there's other people around, I want to use my Shadow Strike engage, because that leaves me in a position to full combo like this, right? Hit him with a full combo, boom, 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 right? And then if I get gone on, say I get stunned right here, I would pop, say I'm stunned, I can't move, pop my purification. If it would let me, if I succeed, I'd pop it, and then I dash out. And I try to get to my teammates as fast as possible. And then when my brutal incision comes back up, I would dash to a farther away target to just keep running. That is how my disengage would end up going. Also, with this build, you have camouflage. Camouflage cloak gives you 8 well, mine's leveled up a little bit. It gives you a bunch of time of invis. Can't be targeted, nothing. AoE, I think, can hit you, especially boss AoE, which is kind of annoying. But I also spec it so you're CC immune for 3 seconds. So it's very easy to get away with a dash out, into a stealth, into a run. That is my standard PvP setup. My mass PvP setup is a lot different. It is a lot different. So I'm still running Cruel Smite. I'm running Charging Slash. I am not running Death Blow anymore. I'm still running Guillotine Blade. I'm running Precision Dash. I am running Devastating Smash, the AoE jump stun. I'm running Frost Cleaving. I am running Shadow Escape. I am running Da Vinci's Courage. I am running Thunder Spirit, this is usually more PvE-esque. I haven't even leveled this up. That's how little I've focused on this up until now. I've really just swapped this and I like it a lot. I am running Lightning Infusion. I am still running Camouflage Cloak, and I am running Fatal Stigma. Now, I haven't gone over the specialization of the last one or this one yet, but this one I will cover because it's what makes it work. So with big things with this, you can see here's my base, right? 2.2 talents in Shadow Escape, 1 talent in Lightning Infusion. Actually, this is Inject Venom, turned into Lightning Infusion, just so you know. Thunder Spirit, which is actually Umbral Spirit, turned into Thunder Spirit. Then Fatal Stigma. This is one of the big 2 talents in this tree. Actually, that's a lie. There's a bunch of big talents in this tree. Shadow Escape is huge. When you use it again within 6 seconds, moves to casting location, meaning you jump back, right? So if you run this, you dash. I'm here. I can be here for a bit. I can jump back right to where I was. Huge. Very, very important for running this, because you're mass PvPing. You are going to get slammed on as soon as you go in, right? Just keep that in mind while we talk about this. Second thing is Fatal Stigma. You're getting AoE damage. You're getting AoE damage with this ability. It's also an anti-heal, which is nice. So in mass healing, they aren't just getting, you actually have potential of killing these people. It's really nice, but it's an AoE. So the way Fatal Stigma works is you walk up to somebody, you hit them, it marks them, they're anti-healed, and then it explodes. This explosion does AoE damage. Now, massive. huge. It's big. It's why this mass AoE build works. And this is what people have been asking me for. I've had a couple posts and a couple comments just saying, "What? Like, I need this build. What are you doing?" Next, here's my tree into the greatsword. The big thing with this one, in my opinion, I like having charging slash. It gives me more mobility. I really, really like charging slash. Okay, so having a third dash seems overkill, but it's not. In a lot of situations, you just need that extra movement. You're also still using this for damage whenever you want a full combo, so there's just no reason to not go into it. You're not getting anything else crazy valuable. A lot of the time, you'll see Da Vinci's Courage be here for the extra health, recover health by 200% of base, so its healing is higher. My thing with this is I'm trying to go in and one shot. I'm not trying to get the healing off of this. Then your other two important parts of this mass AoE build is your frost cleaving. You want to have this. It's huge. It's where a lot of your damage is coming from. I would say most. It's not literally most, but it's a lot of your damage. And then Guillotine Blade. The Guillotine Blade, what is the AoE damage? So there's charge damage on Guillotine Blade still. And then there's AoE damage. This I'm still debating whether I actually like or not, because it's very hard to get your charge off in mass AoE. But when you do, it hits crazy hard. I didn't really go over the the abilities real quick. So with Thunder Spirit, melee crits, you deal more base damage, and it's AoE. Lightning Infusion, you get your Thunderball effect on your weapon, on your attacks. Using this skill does more burst, so it's just able to give up that debuff. If you don't know what Frost Cleaving does, it's a mass AoE damage that hits twice. It goes off and then goes off again. So you're engaged with this in a very slowed down version. Is you will pop your Da Vinci's Courage for a buff. You will pop your Thunder Spirit for a buff. You will pop your Lightning Infusion for a buff. Right? So you would pop. You would then dash in. You would hit them with your Fatal Stigma. You would hit them with your Frost Cleaving, and then you would hit them with your Guillotine Blade. And as you can see, this is just hitting these in this area. If you go look at my clips on Shorts or on TikTok, wherever, that area is huge and is really just spreading rapidly when you're in that clump of 100+ people. Like I said, this is for mass AoE. 70v70, I don't run this. It's when you're talking about 2+ guilds together, 3 guilds, 4 guilds, where there's just so many people, you can't even tell what's going on. That's when I'm running this. And then the thing is, when you do your engage correctly, and you hit your full combo, I also like to stealth in a lot of the time just so they don't see it coming, and because I usually can't use it to get out. So I'll pop my cooldowns, right? I'll stealth in, boom, pop, use my 3, and then you can dash right back out. And then if you're this close, people can still get you. You can go even farther. You can dash again. So that is the full combo I'm looking to do. If you're completely engaging into this fight, you're not getting out. This is an all-in, do or die, win the fight. You change up your rotation on the engage. You're still popping your Da Vinci's, your Thunder, and your Lightning Infusion, but your engage will be different. You would open with Fatal Stigma. You would still Frost Cleaving, but then you would use your Devastating Smash before landing the Guillotine Blade, and then you would Charging Slash. So make sure that one person died. At this point, your Lightning Infusion, which should still be up, you're not disengaging from this, so you're not jumping back, and you would be able to use that extra hit of your Lightning Infusion and then your Cruel Smite, which also does a mass amount of AoE damage, if you didn't know. Notice it's damage in 3-meter radius. It is damage in a, what is the 4-meter radius? And then your Fatal Stigma, I think, is 5-ish. I'm not sure. I'd have to go into the thing. I think it's 5. And then your Devastating Smash is also an AoE, 3-meter radius. So a lot of extra damage. Kind of crazy what you can do with this build. Hopefully you guys have fun running that mass PvP on that. And then just for my PvE, it's very similar. It's like a mix of the two, I guess, ish. You're running your Lightning Infusion, you're running your Thunder Spirit, you're using Thunder Clouds, sorry, I can't speak, for burst. Your rotation in your PvE combo isn't really that intense. It's more of like spam your stuff and use these when they're up. So Thunder, really, when you're attacking something, we'll hit this one. You'll see you pop your Lightning Infusion, it puts a debuff up. Every time you get 20 stacks of Thunder Clouds, you would then use your Thunder sorry, thunderclouds, 20 stacks of the thunderclouds. You would use your thunderclouds bombing. That's gonna max out that damage. Outside of that, you really want to pair Guillotine Blade with Frost Cleaving. If you Frost Cleave first, the attack speed channel time of Guillotine Blade is faster, so you're able to get that off. And then in between that, keep up your buffs all the time. Always your buffs are your Thunder Spirit and your Lightning Infusion. Keep those up. And just look for comboing. Anytime you're going to do a full kit dump, your Da Vinci's is up, you're going to do a good amount of damage. You do want to make sure you Stunning Blow first because that's going to give you an extra 150% base damage. So you would just use this, follow up with big damage. So you could technically like stun, use your AoE, and then use your Guillotine Blade. And you're kind of just swinging. Spamming Fatal Stigma on cooldown. Really spamming Da Vinci's, all your buffs on cooldown. Try to use, I use Lady Knight for my, I don't even know what these are called anymore, to be honest. For your big cooldown, I use this. It gives you a ton of cooldown speed. So you're able to just spam abilities and spam everything over and over again. I use this when I know I'm not going to go through a weird boss phase where I get CC'd or the boss would be immune for a little bit of time. I would use it right after that would end, essentially, to just full unload my kit. And that is my builds. For the skill specialization for PvE, here is daggers, just for you to copy if you want to copy it. And here is Greatsword. My advice to you is play the build, see what you like about it, see what you don't like about it, and then change what you don't like about it. I've been doing that for the last 2 weeks. I've gone through 5 or 6 builds, and this is where I've ended up. I do not really have a lot of negative feelings for any of these 3 builds. That doesn't mean they're perfect. I'm sure they will change eventually, but for now, they have been very successful for me. I did want to show you one other thing. I didn't really go over my character stats because they were covered. So here's my base character stats. I want to get to 60 strength to get 900 health, but before that, I want to get to 60 perception. 60 perception is 120%, 120 hit, not percent hit, 120 hit. Hit is very big in PvP because you will be running against people, majority of people running melee evasion. It's actively available. People are sitting at close to 1800 melee evasion. I am running a ranged magic evasion set. I do this where I know I'm going to eat a bunch of stuns whenever I engage or get engaged on. However, the ranged characters can't kill me. They're the ones that are doing the majority of the damage. They can't kill me. The crossbows aren't killing me. The bows in the back aren't killing me. The stabs in the back aren't killing me. I have VODs and I will post boss PvP mass boss fights where I'm stunned with 30 to 40 people around me and they are hitting me. And I have my one healer, Mindy, who I play with all the time. And then I have my tank, who is also a wand, so he can kind of throw some heals. And they keep me alive. I don't die with 20, 30, 40 people hitting me. My gear is very good, but it's because those melee characters are doing good burst damage, but once they run their whole kit, their damage falls off. They don't do anything for 10 to 15 seconds. Those ranged characters are the ones that are doing even more burst damage with consistent damage. And when they can't hit me, we're good. Now back to the hit. If you're over the amount of hit of evasion, then you're not really going to miss much. If you're under, your hit is under the evasion, you're going to miss a good amount. I was saying melee evasion is readily available. I know most decently geared players are sitting between 13 and 1800 melee evasion. So I need way more hit, and I do plan on getting it, but there's no way I'm getting 1800, not anytime soon, not with the weapons that I want to use, not with the stats that I currently have. So you kind of pick and choose your poison, and that's why I'm looking at these stats. And yeah, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I hope the video helps you guys a little bit. The game was very confusing for me at first. I didn't play any of the betas or play on Korea servers or anything like that. I didn't even play the early access. I played when the game went free to play. So I've only been playing for 2 to 3 weeks. I think we're past the 2-week point. Yeah, we're at like 2 weeks and 2 days or something like that. I've learned as much as I could in this time. I'm taking in as much as I can. I want my character to be min-maxed out, and I kind of just want to slam people in PvP. If you guys like the video, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the video later tomorrow, the next day, and the next day.